It was a tingly spring morning on the island of Sodor. Thomas was excited. Sir Topham Hatt sent him the collector special from Jenny Packard. Spot on, Thomas, Miss Jenny said. You'd make a mother proud. Thanks, Miss Jenny. Is this my special? Oh, yes, it's very special. Hello, I'm Jack, the front loader. I can load, unload, and carry lots of things. I can haul, and I can shunt, and I can get you two chatterboxes off to the clay pits. Is this your first job at the clay pits? Oh, yes, it's my first job on the island. I just gotta warn you, though, just gotta look out for Max. He's trouble. Soon, Thomas delivered Jack to the clay pits. All the machines were busy preparing the site for the new tracks. Jack couldn't wait to join in on this madness. He scooted towards a big excavator. Hello, I'm Jack. Can I help you? Oh, no. Maybe, well, why don't you go ask Byron? Byron the bulldozer was shoving rock and rubble with his giant blade. Hello, I'm Jack. Can I help you? No, I don't need help. Maybe Kelly could. Hello, I'm Jack. Hey, mind my paint. Isabella, sorry. Welcome to the pack. If you want to work, go see the foreman. He's in charge. The foreman introduced Jack to his banksman. I'm here to help you work safely. No speeding and no horseplay, added the foreman. Now go help Alfie. Yes, sir, replied Jack. And he raced off. Remember, safety first. Alfie is an excavator, like Oliver. He makes the hardest job seem like a joke. Hello, I'm Jack. I'm here to help you. More help means more dirt, and more dirt means more fun. I'm Alfie. Jack and Alfie were working hard and having wonderful fun. Suddenly, a huge dump truck roared by with great speed. Max, you motherfucker! That's Max. Thomas was right. He is trouble. Look out, Jack! Max stopped just in time. Jack refused to move. Stop bullying! Can't you take a joke? Stupid ass. Thank you, Jack, said Alfie. Later, the foreman shouted, Over! Hey, move this rock! I'll do it, cried Jack. Stop! Stop! I'm doing it! I'm doing it! No! But it was too late. Whoa, wait, what? Ah! Shit! Oh. Miss Jenny was very disappointed with Jack. I just said safety first. Means you don't jump in where you don't belong. I'm sorry, Miss Jenny. Maybe you're not ready for the pack yet. We'll see if you can do better tomorrow. After Miss Jenny returned to the yard, Jack was sad. Hey, you're a good front loader and a good friend. And being a good friend is important. This made Jack feel a bit better. Thomas chuffed along the Peel Goddard branch line, thinking about his new friend Jack. I hope he's doing better today, puffed Thomas. Yesterday, Jack had broken the rules and had gotten into a heap of trouble. The pack was widening the road beneath the bridge connecting to Cronk and Abbey. Jack and Alfie were loading Max. Dust and dirt flew everywhere. Work had never been so much fun. Jack felt very proud. He worked hard, had been very good, and followed all the rules. But he was still worried Miss Jenny wouldn't let him stay. "Oh man, we did such a pretty good job today, huh?" "Oh yeah, I'm sad now." Ned the steam shovel was cheerfully clearing rocks. Ned has a big bucket and a big heart. "Hey, careful! Bumble bucket!" "Sorry," said Ned cheerfully. Thomas couldn't wait to get to the bridge. He knew the pack was working there. He could see how Jack was doing. Back at the site, the foreman shouted, "Over! This topsoil needs moving! Now! I'll move it! Jack!" Before anyone could stop him, Jack raced under the bridge and then just stopped. "Don't jump in where you don't belong." "Oliver, this is your job, not mine." "Well, I'm glad you're seeing sense. Thank you very much," Oliver said politely. "Well done, Jack." "Yes, well done." "Ha ha ha!" Jack beamed proudly. Later, Ned was moving under the bridge. His oiler had told him to lower his crane arm. "I must be careful, and then there was chaos. What the hell was that? The bridge started crumbling as Thomas puffed towards the bridge, unaware of the danger ahead. "Thomas!" Jack jumped in and lifted his front loader up against the bridge. He pushed with all his might. "What the hell?" "Sir!" "Holy shit! I can't hold it! You gotta reverse! Come on, reverse! Okay. I can't hold it anymore! Ah. You alright there, Jack?" "I think so." Thomas brought Jack back to the yard. Jack was sure Miss Jenny would scold him for what happened, but Miss Jenny was pleased. "Spot on, Jack," she said. "You'd make a mother proud." "And a tank engine grateful." "Well, it's off to the works with you tomorrow, Jack. The pack can't have a front loader with bent arms." "What, does this mean I could stay?" "I wouldn't have it any other way," Miss Jenny grinned. "We're a crackin' crew," laughed Kelly. "And all the better for Jack's being here. Welcome to the pack, Jack." Jack was so happy he couldn't think of anything to say. He just revved his engine and bounced his bucket. As Thomas steamed toward the roundhouse, he felt very happy. "Yes! Welcome to the Sodor Construction Company, Jack." Donald and Douglas are Scottish twin engines. They're practical, peppery, and proud. They most of the time work together as a team. One fine day, Donald and Douglas were chuffing through the main line, hauling a heavy load. Down the line, Trevor the traction engine had been struggling with a big cartload of hay. Crossing the tracks, the cart's wheels broke off. And then Trevor heard a whistle. "Oh, no!" Trevor cried. Donald could see the cart. "Stop!" he cried. Donald's driver applied the brakes, but it was too late. "Huh? Hey, stop being pushy," Donald snapped. Don't you call me pushy, Douglas snapped back. You shouldn't have pushed me into the cart. No, you put me, you mean. Didn't they? Didn't they? Did do. Before long, the track was cleared, and Donald and Douglas were on their way. But the twins were so pissed off, they refused to speak to each other for the rest of the day. Next day, Fat Controller needed an engine to help Duck at the ironworks. May I go, sir? Asked Donald eagerly. I just need one engine, not two, okay? I am only one engine, sir, and I'd like to work with my boy. Oh, is that so? Wouldn't you miss one another? I know I miss my friends, like the City of Truro and the Great West. I'll work better on my own. Okay, suit yourself. At first, Donald enjoyed working with Duck. But then, things started to go absolutely haywire for some reason. Oi, did you shunt those trucks onto the other line? You said you wanted them on the other line. Not that other line, the other line! Ducky would have known what I meant. Bruh. Douglas was working on his own. He chuffed ditfully through the beautiful countryside. But Douglas had no one to share it with. Although he tried not to, he was beginning to miss his twin. That night, Douglas's driver took him to visit Donald. I was just passing. Have you come to say you're sorry? What? I got nothing to be sorry for, he said, and he steamed away in a huff. The next day, Donald was in a very pissy mood. Duck could see he was getting too close to the buffers. Look out! Shit! God damn it, Donald! This wouldn't have happened if you were just working with Douglas! Donald knew he was right, and Duck knew he couldn't pull Duck back onto the rails on his own, so he went for help. Douglas was sadly finishing his work as Doug streamed into the yards. Donald's in trouble! What? Donny in trouble? I am on my way! And he steamed off as fast as his wheels allowed him. Douglas struggled and struggled. He finally pulled his twin gently back onto the rails. He was relieved Donald wasn't hurt. Oh, thank you. And I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You don't have to roll about, oh, sorry. Just be glad you're back together. And they were. The engines on the island of Sodor like feeling responsible, reliable, and really useful. They work hard to complete their jobs on time. And they don't like great deals of trouble. However, the trucks relished in it, and their mischief causes trouble, as poor Henry found out. Henry has had an accident and has been sent for repairs, said the Fat Controller. There are no other engines available, so Diesel's going to have to come help until Henry returns. Yes, sir, puffed the engines. But they were very pissed off. They didn't like Diesel for what happened like a few years ago. He was always rude, and he liked to show off. I hope Henry's mended soon. He moves more trucks than 3 Diesels put together. Trucks are no one's friends. Next day, Diesel was working at the docks. When Fat Hat sees how good I am, he'll get rid of steam engines once and for all! Ha 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 ha! This gave the troublesome trucks an idea. As Diesel shunted them together, they started to sing. Is that all you can haul? Henry's loads are longer. Is that you can haul? Henry must be stronger. Ah, 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 ah. Diesel was so pissed off. He was sure that he was stronger than Henry. I'll push you all at the same time. No, you're not. Push us all. As long as push us all, you'll be the strongest. That's me, the world's strongest engine. As Diesel shunted a bunch of trucks together, and then 10, and then 15, and then had an enormous line full of 20 or more trucks. What the hell is Diesel doing? Oh, he thinks he's the world's strongest engine. Are you sure about that? Of course, just watch him fuck up so bad. Diesel didn't know that the shunters had set the brakes on the trucks. The trucks knew, but they encouraged Diesel to just push anyway. Come on, push, push, push. Diesel pushed, and he pushed, and he pushed. But the trucks didn't move, so Diesel decided to pull the trucks instead. Heave ho! Heave ho! You can pull, but we won't go! Ah! Heave ho! You can pull, we won't go! Ah! 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 This made Diesel so pissed off. He pulled, and he pulled, and he pulled so hard. He pulled, and he pulled. Shit! Damn it! Ah, 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 he's falling in the water! Ah. Fat Controller looked directly down at Diesel angrily. God damn it! I thought you'd be a proper Dr. Diesel, but I was wrong. Can you make up for lost time, Henry? Oh, yes, sir. Yes, I can. Henry replied happily. Henry backed up to the trucks, and the shunters released the brakes. And then Henry pulled away as easy as pie, and the engines cheered. Diesel was gone, and the engines have learned their lesson indeed. You know, even the trucks can do you a favor sometimes, I chuffed. Like getting rid of a smelly old diesel. Ha 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 ha! It was an early morning on the Scaredy Railway. Duncan was waiting for Peter Sam, who was bringing some trucks for him to take to the lakeside. Duncan was also to take the headmaster and a new organ to the schoolhouse. While they waited, the headmaster was playing a lively tune. Peter Sam was steaming to the top station to bring Duncan his wagons. But as he approached the middle station, a low-hanging branch knocked his whistle off and broke it. This meant he couldn't work until he got a new one. I can't run on the tracks without my whistle, said Peter Sam. That would be too dangerous. Ha! An engine's not an engine without a whistle. See? I'll show you. Beep! But Peter Sam and Sir Handel just ignored him. Duncan chuffed away in a big huff. He was pissed off. They must be jealous of my fine whistle, Duncan huffed, as he steamed through the valley. He whistled at some sheep, but they were busy eating grass to take notice. Pah! I just need to whistle louder and longer next time. Soon Duncan approached the level crossing, where Elizabeth, the vintage lorry, waited with a farmer's prize bull. This time, Duncan whistled as long and loud as he could. Shut up! Said the bull. Stop that bullshit, Duncan, Elizabeth called. But Duncan carried on cheerfully down the track. But he hadn't noticed his whistle had come loose. And then Duncan saw a farmer's tractor plowing a field. He'll get the loudest and longest whistle yet, he chortled to himself. Beep! What the hell? Everyone searched for Duncan's whistle, but it was nowhere to be seen. Looks like we're stuck, boy. We can't go any further without a whistle. It would be too dangerous. Leave it to me, said Headmaster Hastings. For the rest of the day, Duncan didn't make the sound, but Hastings' organ did. As Duncan delivered his trucks, the headmaster tooted the organ at every single crossing and every stop where necessary. It alerted everyone just as well as a whistle would, although Duncan didn't think so. Duncan finished delivering the last of his trucks, and Duncan steamed quietly back to the sheds as the headmaster continued to play the organ. Duncan was absolutely pissed off. Hey, looky here, Rusty teased. It's Duncan, the musical engine. Hey, let's listen along, said Renius. Woo, said Scarloey, but Peter Sam, who had a shiny new whistle, felt sorry for Duncan. You really did well to deliver your goods without a whistle, he said. Do you think so? Absolutely. Even though an engine's not an engine without a whistle. Or an organ, chuckled Headmaster Hastings. And he tooted the organ once more, and everyone else tooted back, except for Duncan, who managed to smile. It was a beautiful day on the island of Sodor. I was taking Sir Topham Hatt to the Brandom School construction site. Sir Topham Hatt had been given permission for the new school renovation. Miss Jenny's machines were all busy preparing the site. This school has needed a new extension and walls for years, he said proudly. Let me show you the playground, said Miss Jenny. Buster was having a wonderful time rolling the earth flat. It is going to be a grand playground, said Miss Jenny. Grand indeed, Sir Topham had agreed. Alfie was happily digging foundation trenches for the school library. It will be a splendid library, said Miss Jenny. Splendid, replied Sir Topham Hatt. Oh, and this will be the new swimming pool, she said. She explained that Oliver had to dig carefully. Obviously, a swimming pool must have very straight edges, she said. Obviously, said the Sir Topham Hatt. He was very impressed. Soon his visit was over, and Tom and I took him back to the station. Meanwhile, Max was becoming impatient. Hurry the hell up, he scowled. But Oliver would not be hurried. He was determined to dig as carefully as possible. Suddenly, his bucket hit something hard. What the? Hurry up! No, wait, Max. Look, I found something. Look. Bullshit. It might be something important, said Oliver's banksman. I'll call Miss Jenny, said the foreman. And Miss Jenny called Sir Topham Hatt. And Sir Topham Hatt called some archaeologists. Amazing! said the archaeologist with the red stash. This is a dinosaur bone. A dinosaur bone? Dinosaurs were animals that lived a very long time ago. Their bones were all that's left. Well, Oliver, said the archaeologist with the fuzzy beard, I wonder if you'd do some more digging for us. Yes, sir. He was very excited. And soon, the archaeologists roped off the area. Oliver changed over to his smallest chisel. The job called for delicate digging. And very soon enough, Oliver managed to find some more bones. And some more bones! And some more. Some more. He had uncovered the skeleton of a whole dinosaur. Everyone cheered. Well, everybody, today is an important day for the Island of Sodor, declared Sir Topham Hatt. Thanks to Oliver's careful digging, said Miss Jenny. Makes me proud to be an excavator, Alfie beamed. The photographer took Oliver's picture. Say cheese! Next morning, Sir Topham came to the yard at Kildane. Seems we got a celebrity here, he smiled. It's Oliver, cried Ned. With this dinosaur, added Jack. The front page, no less, said Miss Jenny. And Oliver couldn't be any happier. It was a beautiful day on the island of Sodor. I was taking my friend Alfie to the brickworks demolition site. Hello, Thomas. Hello there, Jack. I guess all of you like demolition. What? Like it? I love demolition, cried Alfie. It's when we get to knock buildings down. Is that supposed to be fun? The best fun, said Alfie. And he swooped down the ramp. Look out, fish stick, boomed Max. I am not a fish stick, said Alfie crossly. He didn't like being teased about his size. Later that morning, Alfie was happy that the foreman had sent him to work with Ned. Ned wouldn't make him feel small, but as Alfie pulled up, Ned was swinging his bucket. Watch out! Cried Alfie. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you coming. Well, you're smaller than you look. This made Alfie feel even smaller. Later, he was working hard, loading rubble onto Monty. Hurry up, half pint! Not half pint. It's fish stick! Ha! Alfie was very upset. During the banksman's tea break, I could see that Alfie was unhappy. What's wrong? I don't like being so small, complained Alfie. Hey, as long as you're useful, it doesn't matter what size you are. Alfie thought about this for a moment. Okay, break's over, called Kelly. It's time to return to work. That afternoon, Alfie was determined to show how useful he could be. He was helping Oliver demolish the remains of a warehouse. Oliver's giant scissor claw grabbed a beam at the top of the wall. Stop! I think I can hear something! What the hell is that noise? Everyone stopped to work to listen, but no one could hear anything. I already checked inside. Fish stick is hearing things. I definitely heard something, all right. I really did. What the hell? There's a mother cat in there, and she's got kittens. We must get them out of there! The building isn't safe. I can't send my men in there. I'll go, Alfie volunteered. I'm small enough to fit in there. So as quickly but carefully as he could, Alfie wiggled inside. The building creaked and plaster flew. Alfie held up his scoop for the cat and the kittens to jump in. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Here, kitty. But the cat and kittens were too scared to move. Suddenly, the wall above them started to crumble. Hey, 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 kitty, kitty, hey. Oh, God damn it! Oh my God. Well done, said Miss Jenny. And would you look at that? It's a fine family of kittens. I couldn't have rescued them if they'd been any bigger. You may be small, said Kelly, but you got a big heart. And a real useful scoop, I said. Alfie was very proud. He never complained about being small again. And hey, Sir Topham Hatt may adopt one of them. One fine day, I was taking my friend Ned the steam shovel to the old brickworks. Ha! Today I get to demolish. Demolish? You know, to knock some buildings down. I thought it strange that my friends were always excited about knocking buildings down. Miss Jenny had shown the foreman the demolition plans. It's time to go to work, she said. And remember, safety first, cried Ned and Oliver. Oh boy, I cannot wait to knock this building down. Oh my, Ned, you're not here to demolish, rattled Oliver. You're supposed to scoop the rubble into the trucks. Oh, Ned was disappointed. He really wanted to knock something down. He was usually in trouble for breaking things. But today, it wouldn't matter. Soon Oliver was fitted with a wrecking ball. Okay, said the foreman. Go ahead and knock this wall down first. Stand back, if you please. Hi-ya! Bruh. Maybe I didn't hit it hard enough. Let me try again. Hi-ya! Bruh. We're gonna need a bigger wrecking ball, cried the foreman. Immediately, Oliver was fitted with a bigger ball. Hi-ya! Bruh. That didn't work either. Hey, can I help? No, Ned. This is Oliver's job. Ned was upset. This is the strongest wall I have ever seen, said Oliver's banksman. Well, we'll just send for an even bigger wrecking ball. Ned had gone back to loading rubble into my trucks, but his heart wasn't in it. Ned, the rubble goes in the trucks. Sorry, said Ned. He was dreaming of knocking buildings down. Finally, Oliver was fitted with the biggest wrecking ball he had ever lifted. He aimed very carefully. Okay, if this doesn't do it, hi-ya! You've got to be kidding me. Bruh, the wall did not go down either. This building's never gonna come down, groaned his banksman. Ned was still dreaming of demolition, but wasn't watching where he was going. Look out! Cried his banksman. But then there was chaos. The chimney rocked, and the bricks crumbled, and everyone ducked and took cover. Watch out! He's gonna blow! Oh! Shit! Fuck! Oh. Oh. Holy shit! I am loaded as hell! Overloaded, in fact! I did it! I did it! I destroyed a building! Smashed the smithereens! You want me to break anything else? Shit! No! I think you've had enough for one day. Oh. Recently, Kelly went to a new library site. Well, I said, the wind's blowing hard. Too hard. Strong winds are dangerous for a crane. The wind was blowing so hard, Jack and Alfie could hardly ever get their work done. Kelly's crane arm was pushed hard against the wind. Oh! This looks bad! Look out! Cried Jack, but it was too late. Oh, timber! Oh my God! You're right! I think so, but is anyone else hurt? I am. No, but you demolished the shed. Soon Kelly was back on my low loader. I'm sorry, Miss Jenny, said Kelly. Wasn't your fault, Kelly. We'll get you back to the yard so the workmen can look at those wheels. I'm glad it's only your wheels, I said. Me too, said Kelly, but he was worried. What if he fell over again and hurt somebody? That night, the wind blew and the rains pounded down. The workmen stayed up all night trying to repair Kelly's wheels. Next morning, the yard was very silent. It was so empty. Everyone had gone to work, except Kelly. The rain stopped, but the wind was still blowing, and he was worried. Then Miss Jenny came to the shed with urgent news. Oh, Isabella has come off the road at Kelsthorpe Bridge. We must rescue her at once. Kelly was still afraid he might fall over and hurt somebody. What if the wind blows me over again, he asked. There's no time to worry. Isabella's in trouble, said Miss Jenny, and we must rescue her. Isabella was scared. She hated teetering on the edge of a road like a seesaw. Soon Kelly and Miss Jenny arrived. Isabella, you're all right? I think so, she answered. Kelly had to remove the piano first. The wind blew, and the piano swayed. Careful with me, piano, cost 12,099! I'm trying, man. Soon the piano was lowered onto firm ground. And now for the hard part. Rescuing Isabella. Slowly he started to pull her back onto the road. The wind blew harder and Isabella began to teeter. Oh! Kelly was worried. And he suddenly stopped. Why have you stopped? The wind's too strong. I might hurt you. Or somebody else. You could do it, Kelly. Called Miss Jenny. You could do it. Meanwhile, the lady felt cringed. Kelly knew he couldn't let the wind stop him, so he started his winch again, and he pulled harder. And harder. Oh, mind my paint. Soon Isabella was finally back on the road. Well done, Kelly, praised Miss Jenny. You make a mother proud. Thank you, Kelly, said Isabella. At last, Kelly had his confidence back. Isabella was on her way again, and I could see that Kelly was feeling much better about himself. Good for them. Good for them. It was 100 fucking degrees out on the island of Sodor. Sir Topham Hatt sent me to help Jack and his friends at the construction site near the top station of the Peel Godwin branch line. They were busy working on the foundations for a new community center. Patrick, in particular, was pouring concrete for a new platform. "Oh my God! It's hot!" panted Jack. "I don't know, man. Makes my boiler ache." "Out of the way, young'uns," teased Patrick. "Someone important is coming through." "What makes you so important?" "Concrete! That's what. Topper makes concrete as well, and we're important too. But I can make much more than him, so I'm most important." "He is a bit cheeky." Alfie and Jack were curious. Who was most important? "Hey, Byron! Byron! Oh, there you are. What do you think? Is Patrick the most important?" "No! Patrick cannot pour his mushy concrete till I level the site. That makes me the most important." Meanwhile, Alfie made a beeline for Oliver. Slow down! Slow down! What got you racing round this heat?" "Patrick said he was the most important." "Is it true?" Oh my no. Digging the foundations is the most important, and that's what we do. Transport. Without transport, there wouldn't be any construction. That makes me the most important. Banksmen. They're in charge of the safety. They're definitely the most important. Oh, I give up. They can't all be the most important. Everyone was confused. When I returned, I could see that everyone was talking about who was the most important. And even Max and Monty. "I am the most important," dieseled Max. "No, I am. I can hold more and in less time than anyone else." And before their banksman could stop them, they were off to get even bigger loads. Max was getting the biggest load he could carry. "More! More!" So was Monty. "I think that's quite enough." "No! More! Hurry!" "All right, if you say so." "Max! Monty!" Kelly called. "Slow down!" I could see the twins were headed for trouble. "I'm the most important." "No, I am the most important." "I am. I'm the most important." "No, I am. No, I am. Look out!" But then there was chaos. Oh! What the? My fenders. That's not my fault. My beautiful concrete. My beautiful blue paint. Miss Jenny was pissed off when she heard the news. "I'm very disappointed in you two," she said to Max and Monty. "You caused a lot of trouble. And look at poor Thomas." "We were only trying to show who's most important," groaned Max. "You're all part of a team," said Miss Jenny. "There's no such thing as most important." "Not even Patrick?" "That reminds me. Patrick, were you bragging about concrete again?" "I might have said some things, but..." It was summer on the island of Sodor. Percy enjoyed working in the sunshine, and he liked being able to say hello to all of his friends. "Hello, Nelson!" Percy called. Nelson was so busy he barely had time to honk back. He was carrying Jenny Packard's machines everywhere, from the yard to the sites and all the way back home again. Day after day, Nelson was carrying heavy machines and other stuff until his axles ached. Oh, just once, he thought to himself. I'd like to be carried for a change. That night, Nelson had a dream. He dreamt he was sailing through the countryside. The breeze was blowing. He was enjoying himself, and he realized he was being carried. Hey, Nelson, Thomas has had an accident, and Sir Topham needs you to take him to the works. Nelson hoped I was all right. When he arrived, he saw that I, some forsaken reason, came off the rails, and one of my wheels fell off. I don't know why. Thank you for coming, I puffed cheerfully. Don't worry, we'll get you back to work in no time, replied Nelson. Nelson had to be very careful. He had never carried a steam locomotive before. Thomas's driver and Nelson's banksman attached Nelson's winch to Thomas's coupling. Nelson struggled as he pulled me aboard. Holy shit! God damn it! You're heavier than a bulldozer and a steamroller put together. What? I'm just a E2 class tank engine. What are you expecting? Oh, never mind. Soon Nelson was on his way, but I was very heavy. Nelson had to work very hard. He puffed, he panted, he pulled, but they were making excellent time. I was impressed. Whoa there, Nelson, you're a very good carrier. I've never ridden on roads like this before. Oh, thank you. I'm just glad to see you're okay. I pull trucks and coaches all day long. It's strange, but nice to be carried for a change. I'd like to be carried sometime, but who would be big enough to carry me? Soon, they arrived at the works. Well done, said Sir Topham Hatt. You are a real useful truck. Nelson was tired, but he felt very proud. You can leave Thomas on the load loader, said Sir Topham. Miss Jenny needs you back at the yard immediately. Yes, sir, said Nelson. I'll drive as fast as I can. That won't be necessary. That's because I'm gonna be taking you, laughed Percy. You've worked harder than usual, and you made good time. So I think you deserve a very special reward. Nelson could not believe what he had heard. He was on board Percy's low loader. Thank you, everybody! Percy was giving Nelson a splendid ride. It was as magical as he had dreamed last night. All Nelson had to do was look and listen as the beautiful solar countryside rolled peacefully by. It's an excellent day, said Nelson cheerfully. Percy was just very happy that his friend was finally enjoying himself. And we never see him again. One fine day, Buster the Steamroller loves the feeling of speed, the sun on his back, and the wind on his rolls. Hey, Buster, boy, don't fall asleep, I chuffed. I'm thinking, said Buster. But he really wasn't. He was dreaming about what it would feel like to win a race. I brought Buster to the Vickerstown racetrack where his friends were working. They were going to finish the track today. It was a very responsible job. The track had to be made safe. Buster flattened the track around the last bend. He was still dreaming about winning a race. And the winner is Buster, the fastest steamroller in all the world. Vroom, vroom, Buster cried. You think you're fast, teased Monty. If you were to go any slower, you'd be going backwards, teased Max. But Buster paid no attention. He was having too much fun. Finally, the work was done, and Miss Jenny came to look at the site. You're a good crew, said Miss Jenny, but the track still needs testing. Oh, can I test it? Miss Jenny, please. I'm the fastest steamroller in the world. More like the slowest. Well, perhaps all three of you should test it. The foreman will give you the all clear, but remember, no speeding. Of course not, said Monty. But the twins knew they were going to go as fast as possible. They waited for the foreman to give the all clear. I'm ready, cried Buster. You couldn't beat a snail, said Max. Not even a sleepy snail, added Monty. The foreman raised his flag. Max and Monty were speeding away. Oh, you jumped the signal, rumbled Monty. No, did not. That was you. No you. No you. Buster trundled happily down the track as fast as his rollers would carry him, which wasn't very fast at all, but still, give him a break, will you? Anyway, Monty was so cross he bumped Max. Ah! You dented me! No, you're in the way, snapped Monty. Buster was having a wonderful time. Max was still crossing Monty. He decided to bump it back. Before they knew it, there was chaos. Meanwhile, Buster trundled happily on. A bull grazed angrily at them. What are you doing in my swamp? Said the bull. Said Max and Monty, and they struggled out of the ditch. Max and Monty sped down the track. Buster was trundling toward the finish line. Go, Buster! Cheered Jack and Oliver. Hooray! Go, Buster, go! Oh, no, said Monty. It can't be, said Max. But it was too late. Buster chuffed and puffed across the finish line. When Max and Monty crossed the line, they were still arguing. No, I came second, third. No, you third, I second. You won, Buster, said Jack. And I wasn't even speeding, he said. When Thomas came to collect Buster, he was pleased. I brought a steamroller, but I'm taking a champion back. Oh, and he helped prove the track is safe, without speeding, added Miss Jenny. And Buster was proud. Vroom, he said, as I chucked past Monty Max. I came in second. No, third. Shut the fuck up. There had recently been a big storm on the island of Sodor. Trees were down and fences had been blown over. Kelly and Isabella had been clearing fallen trees since the crack of dawn. Ned and Max were helping to remove a rock slide. Nelson and Oliver were on their way to clear a landslide at Henry's tunnel. Sir Topham Hatt sent me to take the pack to the football ground at dry up. We must leave immediately, said Miss Jenny. The car park is filled with fallen trees. Tomorrow's the big game. We'll have to move the trees today, added Jack. You can rely on us, steamed Buster. I'm sorry, Buster. This job is for lifters, pushers, and haulers. Buster was sad. He watched as everyone left to start work. Everyone's got a job, but not me. I knew Buster was unhappy. No one liked to be left out. Around the football fields, everyone was working very hard. to clear up the fallen trees. I could see there was like a lot to do, but nothing for Buster. He felt useless and all alone. It's not fair, he puffed. I want to help too. The work had gone pretty well. They were almost finished when Isabella arrived with the new goalposts. And then Miss Jenny went into the pitch. Oh my God! She cried. Molehills! Miss Jenny definitely needed Buster after all, so I returned to the yard as fast as possible. Hey, Buster, I've come to take you to the football ground, I puffed cheerfully. Miss Jenny needs you urgently. Buster was so excited, he thought his boiler would burst. Woohoo! He was very pleased. There was nothing better than being needed urgently. Very soon enough, they arrived at the football field. After Buster was unloaded, he was amazed by what he saw. Wow! Molehills! He cried excitedly. Hundreds of them! It looks like a giant currant bun! Only green! This was the moment he had been waiting for. Buster clanged, spluttered, flattened, and smoothed. Ha! That's one down, score! Score one! Even the moles were impressed. His smoke was bowling. His steam was white, feathery. Oh, yeah, I'm winning! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! I'm winning! Eventually, the football pitch was flat enough. That's a jolly well done, said Sir Topham Hatt's doppelganger. The game can start right on time, said Isabella. Everyone congratulated Buster, but Miss Jenny gave him the nicest praise of all. She told him simply that he'd been really useful. Buster was very proud of himself. And all the way home, I could see that Buster was happy. It's a grand thing to be really useful after all. It was a gray, cloudy day on the island of Sodor. Percy was taking Alfie and Jack to Kronk Abbey. Jack and his friends were going to prepare the site for a new waste dump, but rain had made the site a very muddy mess. Mud can be dangerous, warned Miss Jenny. So remember, safety first, said Byron proudly. And that means no bullshit, he said to Maximani. Yes, Miss Jenny, they cluttered. Jack and Alfie were having a wonderful time. Alfie liked mud, and this was the muddiest mud he had ever encountered the mud of. Mud, glorious mud! Alfie shouted as he spun around. Byron was working very carefully. His cuts were straight and precise. Oh, look at that! Absolute cinema! A work of art! But no one noticed how carefully Byron was working. Max and Monty were still up to no good. Ha! Oh my God! Hey, what do you think of my trench, Oliver? But Oliver didn't answer. He was too busy trying not to sink in the mud. Oh! Byron was upset. He wanted someone, anyone, to commend him on what he did. Max and Monty were still assholes. You ready? Go! Watch out, man! But it was too late. Water gushed from a broken water supply pipe, and Alfie sank into the hole. "Oh God, I'm sinking! Help! I'll get him!" uttered Jack. "No! You'll get stuck too!" A workman shut off the water, but there was no way Alfie could get himself out. "Byron, can you help Alfie?" "I'm coming, Alfie," he shouted. Byron could see Alfie was sinking in the mud. "Hey, grab my blade!" called Byron. Alfie reached out. "I can't reach it! Can't reach it! Oh, I can't! Careful, Byron! Byron, you'll sink too!" But Byron inched closer and closer. Miss Jenny was worried. "I've got it!" "I got it! Hold on!" cried Byron. "Come on, Byron," Kelly whispered. Byron struggled and pulled and strained. At last, Byron pulled Alfie to safety. Hooray! Alfie was happy to be out of the mud, and Percy, he was glad to see his friend safe. "Well done, Byron!" "Yes, well done! Well done! Hooray! Well done, everybody!" Woo! Byron was proud. He had more well dones than they bargained for. That night in the yards, Miss Jenny had a few stern words for Max and Monty. "I cannot believe what I've just been hearing. You'll be spending the next 3 days in the yards, and you should be ashamed of yourselves. You could have seriously killed someone with your stupid carelessness." "We're sorry, Miss Jenny," said Monty and Max. And they truly were. I hope. It was a rainy, muddy day on the island of Sodor. I was glad that I didn't have to work in the mud like Miss Jenny's machines. They were digging foundations and laying tracks for the new waste dump. Isabella was driving very carefully. She didn't want to get dirty. Isabella never wants to get dirty at all. "Hurry up," rattled Alfie. "You always take the long way around." "I'll take the clean way around," puffed Isabella. Suddenly, Alfie's engine spluttered. "Oh, God damn it, I'm out of fuel." The rest of the machines were running out of fuel too. Jack spluttered and stopped. "Oh, I can't even bounce my bucket," he said. Without more diesel fuel, we'll never finish this job on time," said Miss Jenny. The foreman had bad news. "The fuel trucks from the mainland have broken down," he said. "They can't bring the diesel." "I'll call Sir Topham Hatt then." "We need to get some diesel fuel to Miss Jenny," said Sir Topham Hatt. "Chumish, I want you to leave for Cronk Abbey immediately." "Yes, sir," I puffed. "It's a good thing you steamers don't use diesel," said Miss Jenny. "Isabella, I'm sending you to meet Thomas. Off with you, and be careful." Isabella gritted her gears and steamed off for Cronk Abbey station, and she was hoping she wouldn't get too dirty. She saw that the road was flooded. Water was up to her axles, and Isabella's paintwork was getting dirty. But she didn't stop. Meanwhile, I was steaming as fast as possible to get the fuel to Isabella. Isabella was still trying to stay clean, but she saw a policeman. A fat one, in fact. "Stop!" he said. There's been a mudslide and the road is blocked. Isabella knew the rest of the pack was counting on her. All right, I'll drive that way then, she said bravely. She left the road and skidded across a muddy field. God damn it! Isabella was so dirty, she didn't even look like herself. But she wouldn't give up. Finally, she pulled into Kronk Abbey Station exhausted. Hello there, Isabella. You made it! Barely. Soon, the fuel drums were loaded and Isabella was on her way. By now, all Miss Jenny's machines were out of fuel. The site had never been so quiet. Isabella sloshed and splashed and struggled through the muddy water back the way she came. Suddenly, the machines heard a strange rattle and a rumble. The muddiest, grubbiest flatbed truck they had ever seen steamed through the gates. Oh my God! It's Isabella! Yay! You made it! Cried Miss Jenny. Soon the machines were full of their own fuel and happily back to work. Well, you've been really useful indeed, beamed Miss Jenny. A jolly well done. Ha! I knew she'd do it. You should be proud of yourself, Miss Jenny said. I am, but I could use a washdown. One day the pack were very excited. I was taking them to build a new warehouse at Brendam Docks. Jack couldn't wait to get to work. Hurry, Thomas, he called. I'm just going as fast as the speed limit, I warned him. Don't mind Jack. He's always in a hurry. Soon I delivered Jack and Alfie to the warehouse. Miss Jenny warned the machines all about the busy site. Okay, you got that? I want you to be careful, she said. Anyone causing a mess will be sent back to the yard immediately, added the foreman. Ned was worried. He sometimes caused accidents. He didn't want to be sent away. Don't worry, soothed his banksman. I'll make sure you don't back into anything. Most of the pack were working very carefully. Ned's banksman guided him around corners and through slades of bricks. Oh boy, said Ned proudly. He was having a great fun. Jack was having his own fun too, but he wasn't being careful at all. Slow down, Jack! You'll cause chaos! Not me! I could see Jack was being careless. He hoped he wouldn't get into trouble. But it happened. Oh, what the hell was that? He looked around. No one saw him break the slate, and not even his banksman. Jack knew he had been naughty, but he didn't want to get sent back to the yard. So, he filled his bucket full of gravel and drove away, cautiously. Ned didn't see the broken slate either, and rolled right over it. And that's when the banksman heard the sound. Ned! No! You've knocked over the slate! What? I didn't do it! It wasn't me! There was nothing he could do. It was an accident. His banksman would have to call Miss Jenny. It's not fair, sulked Ned. Alfie pulled up just as Jack saw Ned driving miserably away. Where's Ned going? Oh, he knocked over some roofing slate, And Thomas is taking him back to the yard. Jack felt terrible inside. He knew he really did it. Looks like he's gonna have to own up for it. Alfie could see he was upset. What's wrong? But Jack didn't answer. He raced off without a word. Excuse me. I probably have to tell you, I broke the slate. I did it. And he told her what he had done. Miss Jenny was pissed off. At least you owned up, she said. But what am I to do with you? You're just gonna have to send me back to the yard. And that's exactly what happened. Jack was being loaded on my load loader. And he spoke to Ned. I'm sorry you got blamed for my accident. I should have owned up earlier. It's alright. But I'm glad it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Well, good for you, Jack, I smiled. And all the way back to the yard, Jack felt better inside. Deep down in his pistons, he knew he'd done the right thing by owning up to himself. One fine day, Sir Topham had a special for me. You're to take Chew and Miss Jenny's machines to Henry's forest. They're repairing the lightning tree. Yes, sir, I said. Jack and Alfie were excited. They couldn't wait to see the lightning tree. So, why is it called the lightning tree? Oh, it was struck by lightning once. It's a very old and special tree, which is why we need to repair it. But how will we know which one it is? You'll know. It's the biggest tree in the forest. We need to prop it up before it falls over, informed Miss Jenny. So be careful, all of you. And remember, safety first, Jack and Alfie called. The two vehicles made their way through the forest. Egads! Look! Gasped Alfie. It's the lightning tree! The foreman inspected the damage. The roots were piled up. The tree looked like it would soon topple over. Jack and Alfie approached very slowly. They had remembered what Miss Jenny said about being careful, but Max and Monty were racing recklessly through the forest. Look out! You'll hit the tree! But it was too late. Who the hell put this shit here? The tree! It's falling! It's falling! The tree! It's going down! Not my fault, sniffed Max. We must save it! Quickly! Help, Jack! I'm coming! Move aside, little filler, said Oliver. Oliver raised his mighty arm against the tree. But it was too heavy. Oh, God! Kelly! We need more help! Before long, Kelly was on his way helping out too. They were all struggling to hold the tree upright. God damn it! Get the props! Called Kelly's banksman. Jack raced off to get props from me. The machines were straining to hold up the tree, but they were getting really exhausted. Soon the prop trolley had been attached to Jack and he was on his way. I hoped I would get to see the lightning tree survive this incident. Jack went as fast as his wheels would allow him. Alfie pushed and strained until he couldn't do it anymore. I don't think I can hold this much longer, groaned Oliver. but Jack raced in just in time. "Here you go." The workmen soon attached the props, and thus the lightning tree was safe. "Hooray!" sighed Alfie. He was glad his arm could rest. Miss Jenny was very pleased. "Well, well, well, a terrific effort," she said. "You'd make a mother proud." Kelly, Oliver, Jack, and Alfie were proud too. "But no thanks to you two," she said to Monty and Max. "What the hell were you doing? You go back to your shed right now." The two dump trucks were ashamed. They knew they were in trouble. Later, I was talking Alfie and Jack back to the yard. "Oh, look over there! You can see it from here!" It was indeed the lightning tree. They were glad it was still standing. It was a very foggy Halloween night. Sir Topham Hatt had sent Percy to work with his friend Alfie. Percy was glad he would be with a friend on Halloween. Alfie was on the night job. He was helping mend the road through Cronk Abbey. Percy had arrived during the men's tea break. Kelly was going to tell him a Halloween story. "I hope it's not too spooky." "Oh, I hope so too." "Oh, that's a bunch of bullshit. It's just a story." "Shh. Shut up." "Okay. Once upon a time, there was an old steam truck. He was very pissed off. Someone had taken one of his lamps." And everyone listened quietly as Kelly told the story of the one-eyed truck. "And then finally, the one-eyed truck chased the loader into the deepest, darkest part of the forest." "And then what happened?" "Luckily, the loader got away. But, according to legend, the one-eyed truck still wanders the forest, blowing his whistle and looking for a headlamp. Maybe he wants yours." That's the best story yet. I hope we never meet the one-eyed truck." "Me too." That's stupid. Tea break's over. Time to get back to work." Percy liked working with Alfie. They're both small, and they're both colored green. These guys were having an extraordinary time. Though Max and Monty were up to mischief. "It's the one-eyed truck." "No, Scaredy. Stop that." "Ha ha ha ha. You pick on somebody your own size." "Ha ha 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 ha." Max and Monty had settled down. "Okay, guys, take these loads to the tip in the forest, and be careful. It's very dark." "Yes, sir," said Monty and Max, and they left. As they drove deeper into the forest, it got darker and darker. The woods were full of spooky shapes and shadows. It was very scary. "Oh, what the hell was that?" "It's just an owl, I hope." "And what the hell was that?" "I don't know." It was just a fox. They had just arrived at the dump when suddenly they heard a shrill whistle. And then they saw a single headlamp run through the trees. "It's the one-eyed truck!" They dumped their loads and raced away as fast as their wheels would allow them. "Oh God, he's after us! The one-eyed truck! One-eyed truck!" "There's no one-eyed truck. It's just a story, shuffled Alfie. What's behind us then? It's just Thomas, said the foreman. Oh, hello, Thomas. Hello, Percy, I called. Sir Topham sent me to get some more trucks. The duo felt silly. They won a beautiful shade of red. But everybody else had a good laugh, though. And that's all that matters. It's full steam ahead on the island of Sodor. All the engines are running on time. They want to finish their work quickly because tonight is one of the worst holidays ever, and that is named Halloween. Everyone loves seeing the children in their Halloween costumes, and engines love to hear tales of ghostly engines and scary steam trains like Timothy. That evening, Sir Topham Hatt came to the yard. Chumash and Emily, you must go to the smelter yard. An important delivery of iron must be collected right away. Yes, sir, we all said. Percy thought the smelter's yard was really spooky. He was really worried about his friends. Look out for ghosts! It's Halloween! Ah, hogwash! There is no such things as ghosts. It's just a bunch of bullshit. And we steamed off to the smelter's yard. The sun was setting, and it's getting dark. Imagine being scared of Halloween. Yeah, or the smelter's yard. Pa! Emily and I enjoy being brave. When we reach the smelter's yard, it is indeed really spooky. Oh my, oh dear. What is this? I don't know, it looks really spooky to me. We puff slowly through the piles of jagged steel and twisted scrap and corpses of dead engines. The air grew hotter and the smoke grew thicker. Harry and Bert were lurking nearby. The two diesels see a chance to scare a couple steamers. When Emily and I roll by, they moan and groan. Sounded spooky. What was that? You said there was no such thing as ghosts. And you said it was a bunch of bullshit. Suddenly, some trucks began to shake. Oh my God! Help! It is a ghost! Let's get out of this area! We didn't know that Harry and Bert had just been bumping the flatbed's buffers. The two naughty diesels were having great fun. Me and Emily pulled up to the smelting shed. We gasped at the ghostly shadows and fizzing sparks. Our wheels feel as if they're frozen, but we have to go inside. I sure hope the ghost hasn't gone in there. Me too. I don't know what I'm gonna think if there is. And we both rolled slowly into the shed. Inside, chains clanked and strange shadows danced across the walls. Oh my God. Oh, I must be brave. I must be brave. It's really spooky. Emily is turning around on a random turntable, ready to shunt some trucks. All of a sudden, a great whoosh of sparks light up the shed. Oh! Emily is really scared. She doesn't notice a huge white tarp fell on her head. Oh my God! Oh, it scared me! The ghost has got me! She steamed away as fast as her pistons allowed her. Oh no! The ghost is after me! Ah! Guys! Ghost! What? Is a ghost? We better get out of here, too. All three of us were chased by a ghost, which was really Emily covered in tarp. Anyway, we ran from her all the way to the roundhouse. It's got me! It's got me! Meanwhile, the roundhouse was very quiet and very peaceful. Everyone was sleeping peacefully. Oh God! Whoa! What the hell was that? It's Thomas! Something must be wrong! And indeed there was. He sees me, Harry, and Bert race toward the yards. Stop! All of us applied our brakes, and we stopped just in time. What's going on here? Oh, I'll tell you, the ghost is after us. What, that ghost? That's just Emily, silly. See? That's just Emily. The engines didn't really feel scared anymore, but they all felt foolish. And then Sir Topham Hatt arrived in his pajamas. What is all this? Who decided to wake me up at 3 in the morning? The flatbeds were rattling, sir, and we heard moaning and groaning. Oh. Sir Topham Hatt looked at Harry and Bert. Do you know anything about this? Yeah, it was us, sir. Oh, I figured as much. Now you gotta go back and collect the iron at once. Yes, sir. And they rumbled away. Whenever me and Emily go back to the smelter's yard, we all know there's nothing to be scared of. After all, there's no such things as ghosts. It's all a bunch of bullshit. It was the end of yet another Halloween night on the island of Sodor. The moon shone brightly and the stars twinkled in the night sky. The children's Halloween party was most definitely over. Oh, hello, Earl Percy. Hello, Magic Railroad Poster. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. The children's Halloween party was over, but while the children were sleeping, all of the engines were kept very busy. I was alone at Tin Sheds when Sir Topham Hatt arrived, with the most pathetic costume I've ever seen. You are to collect flour from the mill and shake it to the bakery, he boomed. You are to work with Diesel. The island needs its McDonald's to open, and Lady Hat and I need our English muffins, so I'll have no bullshit tonight. I was very unhappy that I didn't want to work with Diesel. So I reluctantly puffed to the yard. I couldn't even see Diesel at all, though he was up to his old shenanigans. Where is that Diesel? Where is that Diesel? Where is it? Boom! Ah! Just a silly old Stevie to be scared on Halloween. Bruh, I am not a scared engine, I said firmly. We'll see about that, oiled Diesel. The two engines headed to the flour mill. Diesel teased me by every click and every clack. When we arrived at the woods, Diesel cried out, "Oh my God, it is a haunted forest! Oh, stop it!" But the breeze blew and branches creaked. Diesel's teasing made it seem spooky indeed. But then they came to an abandoned mine. The buildings were deserted, but they could hear a banging noise. What the hell was that? Sounds like a ghost looking for a steamer to scare. He's out for you. for lunch. Well, I am not scared at all, I said, but I wished I was brave as I sounded. Eventually, we had to stop at a red signal. It was right next to a twisty old tree. The wind whistled, and I heard a strange cry. Suddenly, I felt something touch my coal bunker. Oh! Oh! Look out! Cried Diesel. Timothy! The ghost engine is after your funnel! Oh my God! I gasped, and I let out a frightening peep. Scared engine, scared engine, ah! I was very pissed off with Diesel. I wanted to pay him back for all the teasing. All of a sudden, Diesel and I arrived at the flour mill. I decided to go collect the flour, and then a very spooky idea came in my head. We'll see who's a scared engine. I biffed the trucks out of the way and rolled up under the chute. When I emerged out the other side, I was covered from dome to funnel in pure white flour. Oh, I am a ghost! Bow down to me! Oh! Ah! It's Timothy, the ghost engine! Ah! Stop! What? Come on! Get back! It's only me! But Diesel was nowhere to be seen. After that, the mill was very quiet. I need to stop watching horror movies, I said. Sir Topham Hatt wants his McDonald's soon. I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I shunted all the trucks into one long line, and I set off for the makeshift McDonald's all alone. When I arrived at the twisty tree, I wished I could go faster, but it was a very long train, and I had to go very slowly. Because he was going so slowly, I could see that the tree wasn't very spooky at all. It's just a tree. Oh, and that's just an owl. I was relieved. I went to the abandoned mine again, and I could still hear the spooky banging. It just so turned out that the old banging is just an old door. The wind is just making it crash. Finally, I reached the old woods. The breeze still blew and the branches creaked. I took a big, brave puff. But without Diesel's teasing, I could actually draw the conclusion that the haunted forest, it's just Henry's forest. Nothing to be scared about, honestly. Soon I arrived at the makeshift McDonald's. I was tired but happy. Oh my God, sir, it's Timothy! It's Timothy! He's come to get me! That's not Timothy, it's Chumish. He's a really useful engine. Chumish, you have done a splendid job. Oh, hey, nice costume. You deserve an extra special washdown as well for all that. Oh, thank you, sir. While Sir Topham Hatt waited for the makeshift McDonald's to open, I looked forward to telling my friends my Diesel Halloween story. It was a windy autumn day on the island of Sodor. I love windy days. Sometimes I like to race the wind. It's one of my favorite hobbies, of course. I could go faster than you, Mr. Wind. Unfortunately, I had to stop at a junction. And guess who showed up? Spencer, what are you doing here on Sodor? I am to pick up Sir Topham and Lady Hatt and the Duke and Duchess of Boxford. They are waiting at Kelsthorpe Road. I am to take them to a very important tea party at the Scottish Castle." "What? Why can't they just take them in Annie and Clarabelle?" "Because you are a small engine, and small engines get small jobs. You get my drift? I am a big engine, and big engines get big jobs." "I could go faster than the wind." That's not what your builder said when you left for Sodor." "You did not just go there." "Oh, I did. How about we race to the station and see who gets the gold?" "It's on, asshole!" The signal dropped, and we puffed away. I was determined to win this race. Sir Topham Hatt, Lady Hat, and the Duke and Duchess of Boxford were waiting on the platform at Kelsthorpe. All of a sudden, there was a thundering and a whooshing. Spencer and I were pumping our pistons and bubbling our boilers to arrive at Kelsthorpe first. Spencer screeched to a halt, but I raced straight through the station, determined to get the gold. But then there was a rush of wind so big, it blew Sir Topham's top hat right off his head. "Chummish, what the fuck?" I reversed slowly back to the station. "Chummish, why the hell were you going so fast? You know engines must go slowly through stations." "I'm sorry, sir." "And my hat blew away! My iconic top hat! I need to have my hat!" "I'll find your hat, sir, in time for your important tea party at the Scottish Castle." And I puffed quickly away. I was sure that I'd find Sir Topham Hatt's hat quickly. First, I looked down the track to the level crossing. There so happened to be Bertie the bus. Sir Topham Hatt's hat has stood on his roof. "I found it!" I hooted happily. Just then, Gordon whooshed through the crossing so fast that the hat flew into the air. "Holy moly!" I cried. "Now I'll have to chase after it." I continued to soar down the line, and then I saw it again. This time, the hat had landed on top of the farmer's scarecrow. "I found it! Yay!" But just then, Harold the helicopter rose from the other side from the hill. The great whoosh of his blades blew Sir Topham Hatt's hat into the air and far away. "Oh no! I'll have to chase it again!" I steamed along. I was out of puff and out of places to look. But then I saw it for a third time. The top hat is sitting on top of the windmill sails. Woo! But then there was chaos. A great gust of wind blew the sails around clockwise, and the hat blew into the air yet again. "You've gotta be kidding me!" I tooted, and I raced after it. It was getting late. I promised to find Sir Topham Hatt's hat, and I didn't even do that. The wind took the hat far away. "Oh, damn it! You won, Mr. Wind," I peeped. And I let out a tiny, sad wheeze of steam. On my way back to the junction, I pondered if I'll ever be really useful. As a matter of convenience, the hat was right in front of my face, blowing in the wind. Oh my God. I was still to think I was fast as you, Mr. Wind. I chuffed quietly. Please, can you help me? For some reason, the wind heard me. The hat floated gently onto my funnel. I couldn't believe what the hell I had been hearing. I chuffed slowly and carefully toward Kelsthorpe Road. Upon my arrival, everyone was waiting. And then Sir Topham Hatt gasped. He saw his hat on top of my funnel. Oh my God, you found my hat, Chummish! He boomed happily. You're a real useful engine. I blew a happy whoosh of steam, and the hat blew gently from my funnel onto the platform in front of Sir Topham Hatt's dirty shoes. Well, sometimes going slowly is as good as going fast. Or maybe even better.